Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Gemini Journalist, a podcast for your listening ears and entertainment purposes. It is indeed an honor to have you here. If you're joining for the very first time, a very special welcome is extended to you. If you are coming back for the millionth time, second time, third time, if you are a returning Gemini Journalist fan, it is great to have you returning. Great to have you as my family coming back time after time. For the first timers, please ensure that you hit like, you subscribe, you follow, turn the notification bells on because you don't want to miss out on all the episodes that transpire across all social media platforms. Please take into consideration that the Gemini Journalist is on YouTube as a channel. You can definitely subscribe and turn that notification bell on. You can also find the Gemini Journalist, who is also available on Twitter as the Gemini Journ, on Instagram, the Gemini Journalist, and on TikTok, Storytime with the Gemini. Not to forget about Spotify and Amazon Music. So, wherever it is that you're tapping in from, whatever I would have listed, and that's not the platform you are currently on, you know your homework is to definitely head on over and check out the rest of my platforms. For those listening in from YouTube, you can definitely check out the links down below in the description. Head on over to Amazon and grab yourself a copy, either ebook or paperback, of either my works or the works of the other authors that I would be featuring here. So I would have featured work. I have already, well, currently what we're featuring is Neiki L. Jones's novel, When the Pieces Begin to Fit. I would have featured also Marley Learns Her ABCs by Van Earl Mitchell. I would have also featured from Mummy and Daddy, Do You Still Love Me by Frontier Gardner. So definitely you want to tap in and take a look at all the works that would have been featured here. I have the marginalized voice, which would have been dropped. A bit of it would have been shared on TikTok, and that's by Reginald Williams. I am so happy my VP looks like me. My Afro, My Hair by Sabrina Henry. So you definitely want to go ahead and check out that one because, of course, check out all those works that I would have featured here on each platform. You want to head on over and check those out. And definitely check the books out on Amazon. Grab yourselves ebook copies, paperbacks, whatever works for you. Gift a friend, gift a family and loved one today. So, without much delay, like I would have said, we are currently featuring Neiki L. Jones's self-published novel, When the Pieces Begin to Fit. And of course, this is indeed a real-life feature of Nikki's life as a young woman growing up in society. Some traumatic experiences that she would have undergone within her time. So you definitely want to head on over and check this out. We are currently down to our eighth read of Nikki's novel, and this is indeed Young Love. In the early 90s, I met my high school sweetheart. I was 14 at the time, and he was 16. We dated until my 10th grade year because I had to transfer to another school. During our time apart, we only spoke to each other on birthdays while living our lives and dating other people. At the age of 18, we met up again while I was attending Texas Southern University. He would come to pick me up from school, so when I was dropped off at the front door, he was picking me up from the back door. At the age of 19, I became pregnant and gave birth to a beautiful daughter. I actually had someone who would love me. She was all mine. She belongs to God first, but at the time, my mindset was that she belonged to me. See, that's the thought of an undeveloped mind. Now, having a child early in life was not in my plan. But I was young and naive. We were not equipped to have a child because we were still children ourselves, still trying to figure out our lives. I do recall in my early teens thinking, if I had a child, that child would love me. Never in my wildest dreams did I think I would become pregnant and a mother at the age of 19. As teen parents, we had to rely heavily on others to help us. Being young parents wasn't easy at all. We had challenges, especially financial ones. I am grateful for those who helped with the financial difficulties my daughter's father and I faced with getting the necessities for our daughter. Meanwhile, we had to contend with those who told us that they believed was best for our child. But we knew how we felt as parents and knew what was best for her. Definitely, that was down to our eighth read from Neiki L. Jones, When the Pieces Begin to Fit. That one was indeed Young Love. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, you can definitely head on over to Amazon and check out the reads. Get yourself an ebook copy, a paperback, whatever works for you. All of the works that I feature here are indeed powerful books. You definitely want to head on over and check them out. I mean, if not everyone listening, at least there might be majority or a few of us that can relate to at least one of the books that are featuring here. I would have shared for Reginald Williams is A Marginalized Voice, that is geared for the young men of society, even the adults, but geared mainly for the young men of society growing up. He speaks on how emotionless men are expected to appear to society. It's as though, men are not supposed to cry, they're not supposed to feel pain. And we do know that in general this is definitely how the young men of society are expected. Like a child would fall and the mom or the dad would say, get up, it's just a fall, brush yourself off. Boys are not to cry, men are not to cry. So that's a very powerful book you want to check out. And of course, when the pieces begin to fit, it speaks, I don't want to reveal too much, but it speaks about a young woman who would have been growing up not feeling as though she belongs, feeling as though she wants to take her own life, tempted to hurt herself in ways that, feeling ugly when she is indeed actually a beautiful young girl growing up, but within herself, if once she is not feeling confident enough to say, yes, I am beautiful, there wouldn't have been anything else anyone else could have gotten to say, that she is beautiful, because she would have already packed her own mind, tell her own self that she does not belong. So definitely powerful books. There's another one I've not yet featured, but this is by Sabrina. I would have shared her children books, which are also geared to encourage our young kids that, hey, or Black American kids, Afro American kids that, hey, you know, or here or Afro is a very powerful piece of us as a being. And of course, there is indeed a book I've not yet featured for Sabrina that speaks on abuse. So guys, you definitely want to check out all the works here. Marley learns her ABCs, teaches our kids that, hey, you need to learn how to respect your parents, speak to your elders with respect, whether it be mommy or daddy or outsiders as adults, or grown-ups. Once grown-ups speak to us, we need to understand that we do need to respect authority. Now, you definitely, like I said, you guys need to go ahead across all our content. Check out what is happening here across the Gemini Journalist and head on over to Amazon and grab yourself a copy of these books. If you're not interested in getting all, at least ensure that you share with your friend. There must be someone that you can gift at least a book that is featured across this platform. But make sure you definitely go ahead and check it out if you don't want to clutter your house with all the physical copies. It's very simple to have them on your device as an easy to read ebook. So, whoever it is you are, whatever type of person you are, for me, I love to look at a bookshelf filled with books. So, I would love a physical copy. Others might just prefer not to have those books within their house to clutter their household, but they definitely will indeed have those books on their tablets or their phone or wherever, where they can easily just pull it up and just read from the comfort of looking at their device. Everything packed filled and packed into one device. All right, so guys, I'm not gonna strain your ears too much today. Thank you so much for tapping in. We did our eighth read today of Neiki L. Jones's novel When the Pieces Begin to Fit, and of course that read was Young Love. Stick around, follow, subscribe, turn the notification bell on so you don't miss out on anything that transpires across the platforms. And of course, you want to share these links out to your friends so they too can join you on the Gemini Journalist. Thank you again for tapping in. Have yourselves a fabulous rest of your day. Stay safe. Peace, love. Gemini signing out.